Hi everyone, Jamie Madison here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's card is going to be featuring the Honeybee Stamps My Tribe stamp set with the coordinating die. I was lucky enough to find this on Honeybee Stamps website. It had a bundle for $25 and it is still going on, so I will leave the link down below and you can go check it out. Now for the cardstock, I'm going to be using Cardstock Warehouse. The colors are going to be Smoke Gray, Black Licorice, Candy Pink, Berrylicious, and Gold Mirror. The Gold Mirror is so shiny and so pretty, and I went ahead and cut it in different size strips, so I have large, medium, and small. And I went ahead and did that with the rest of the Black Licorice as well. So I have two colors to choose from. This is going to be what we decorate the background of our cards with. To get started with the card, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Berrylicious cardstock, and I'm going to use my stamping platform. I just bought a new one actually, and this one, this green one I've had it for quite a while, a couple years, and I accidentally dropped it on the corner. So it's starting to get a little flimsy on me, so I had to buy a new one, so I went ahead and got me one of the Misties. So you'll be seeing that coming up in a couple videos. Now I use my anti-static powder bag to go ahead and prep my paper so I don't have any embossing powder sticking where I don't want it. And I'm going to use the Simon Says Stamp clear embossing ink pad. I'm going to stamp it down twice so I have a good impression. And I'm going to use gold embossing powder to heat set this. After I have my embossing powder where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and use my hot heat tool that's already warmed up to make this nice, shiny, and melted. Then I'm going to go ahead and use the coordinating dies to cut this out. I went ahead and cut out a couple of these images with different color of the paper, so I had some plethora to choose from. Now I'm going to be using my embossing folder from We Are Memory Keepers. I'll have this link down below. I really like this double pack of embossing folders. They come in so handy and there's so much you can do with them. I'm going to go ahead and use my Smoke Gray cardstock, and I'm going to run that through my embossing machine and get that nice and texturized. And this is going to be our background. After I have that cut out, I did cut it down a little bit so there will be just a tad bit of the black showing in the background and then a little bit of the white showing. So I'm going to have just a tad bit of a border. I don't know the exact measurements. I kind of eyeballed it. So do what you want with the measurements. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just kind of just a little bit of the gray showing with a little bit of the black and then a little bit of the white. I went ahead and used my double-sided tape. Now I like using this tape, and the reason why is because I just pull a little tiny piece off of each corner, and then I'm able to just kind of position it. Excuse my head, it's in the way. I'm trying to make sure I can just barely see that black border. And once I have it where I like it, I push down in the center, which is where some tape is, and then I just pull those little tabs and it stays right where it's supposed to, and I don't have to worry about one corner being crooked or went too far on one side. I really like the way it turns out. It's so much easier for me to line things up. I'm going to go ahead and take that same double-sided tape and just put 2 strips because the embossing pad kind of puts so much texture into the paper, so that's why I use so much tape. So for the black background here, I only needed 2 strips. This tape is extremely strong. So as you see, I went ahead and removed the center, and then I just peeled back the corners for the sides, and those are what I'm going to be using to pull it. And once I have it lined up, I just push that center down, and that kind of locks it into place, but I'm still able to remove it if I don't like where it's at, because you're not going to see the center of the card anyways. And then you just remove those corners. And it's perfect. Now let's go ahead and put this card together. I went ahead and fast forward this like 4 times the speed because I fussied around with this a lot and more than what I should have. And by the time I ended up getting towards the end, I figured it out. What you need to do, instead of what I did, is just glue it down to your card. You don't have to line it up beforehand, because when you put the tape down and you go to pick it up, some of them aren't going to stick, and then when you go to lay it back down on your card, it's not going to line up right. So just glue it down as you go, and I promise it'll look beautiful. It'll look really, really nice. And you'll see me, like I said, fussy around with all of this. If I would have just lined it up as I was going, it would have been perfect, and I wouldn't have had to worry about anything. So don't do what I do. Learn from my mistakes. But yes, I went ahead and cut this, glued it down, and then, like I said, by the time I got to like the third, fourth card, I'm like, this is the way to go. So I wish I would have showed it in the video, but by then I was already done making cards. So anyways, moving forward, we're going to go ahead and take the pink TP, and I'm going to pop this up with some double-sided foam tape. Then I'm going to use all these beautiful die cut pieces already stamped and heat embossed to save some time. And I made a couple of these cards. The black ones I didn't get to use yet, and I'm going to be using them, but they won't be in a video. They'll be on my Instagram though, so be sure to head over to my Instagram, because I'm always posting cards on there that sometimes don't have a video to them. So lots of inspiration and ideas, and I love looking at everybody else's ideas as well. So I went ahead and used some of these extra little pieces and glued those down and popped a couple up with some foam tape. And then we're going to go in with the bling, like sequences and Nuvo drops and all that fun stuff. I'm going to fast forward this quite a bit because, like I said, I'm a picky person and it takes me forever to get layouts done. Some of you guys just shock me with your ideas. Like, I don't know how you come up with some of the cards and the beautiful work that you guys do. I'm always checking out Instagram and YouTube, and you guys are just amazing. I love looking at all your guys' work. And if I haven't seen your work, please put your Instagram down below so we can check out your beautiful work. We'd love to see it. So I went ahead and used these gold sequins. I believe this is called Treasure Chest from Simon Says Stamp. And I used my Gina K Connect glue, and I just used a little dotter I got off of Amazon. I think this is made for nail art, but it works perfect for sequins. And it comes with some extra heads as well. After I have my sequins down, I went ahead and used my Nuvo drops. So I kind of went crazy with the embellishments on these cards, but I really like the crazy look that it comes out with. It's just so much stuff going on, and I just really like the way it looks. And then I went ahead and used some pearl Nuvo drops. It's like a white, but it's not quite white. I think it's oyster or something like that. I'll have it linked down below. I can never remember this color. And of course my head's always in the way because I'm trying to look and see if this goes well, and yeah. So for the sentiments, I went ahead and used the Mama Elephant, the Clear Stamps Occasional Labels. This was in Christina Warner's time capsule videos, and I just really liked the block lettering of these, so I went ahead and purchased them, and I do love them. They're perfect for just perfect little sentiments. So this one says, you're the best, and then on this pink one it says you're amazing. So very inspirational, and this can go to anybody, guy or girl. So there are my cards. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time with another card. Thanks. Bye.